What's going on with y'all, man? Welcome to HDTV. You're now rocking with your boy. One of the reasons that the Philadelphia Eagles are having a lot of success isn't because of the talent. Well, not just the talent, but because they have leadership, veteran leadership. Cornerback Darius Slay Jr., to me, one of the best, if not best corner in the league, has stated that the Eagles have a perfect blend of mentorship where you got Jalen Hurts, 25, and then Jason Kelsey, who's 35. And he blasts the NFL for blasting a lot of veterans for not, mentoring the younger players. You see this in the NBA as well, where there's really not a lot of veterans. They've really learned they've learned how to phase the veterans out faster than what they're supposed to. They're not really giving them a chance to, teach the young kids how to grow up or how to become men or how to, carry themselves in the league. That's really been something that has hurt this league a lot. And Darius Slay talks about it. Talks about how he was in Detroit. He had great leadership. He did. It's just sad that that you don't have a lot of others like that. But it's because, in this league, it's high turnover. They want to try to make it young as possible. They don't want veterans being there a long time, unless you're white. Now, if you're white, you can stay as long as you want. But you black, you got to get out there probably by your early 30s, mid 30s. Shoot, they kicked Cam out the league right in his early 30s. Like, he wasn't even at his midpoint yet. They kicked him out. Cam could have been a veteran for a lot of guys. And they did him dirty. You saw the Patriots do him dirty, where Belichick thought he had his guy. Now Belichick is benching Mac Jones again, which is like, dog, just let Mac Jones go. You don't know what to do with a quarterback like that. And, he's not Brady. Brady was great because he learned how to get everybody involved. He had the it factor. Brady didn't play with a souped up team. Excuse me. He played with a solid team, but he didn't play with a real souped up team. And one of the things that Brady had was he knew how to come back. Mac Jones played with a whip around him that kind of covered up a lot of his deficiencies. So what should have happened was Belichick should have had Mac Jones sit for 2, maybe 3 years and let Cam take over. If he would have done that, Mac would have been okay, because Mac would have learned how to be a veteran from a veteran. You see, this is the problem with the league. They don't have a lot of mentors, and this is what hurts them. Excuse me. But Darius Slay is absolutely correct. This is bogus on how the league just isn't the same anymore. And this is why we've been also having bad football. There's not a lot of mentors. Not only that, your coaching is terrible. Like last night, the Broncos, they were actually running the ball like in I formation. I was about to fall out my seat. Like, are you serious? And then the Chiefs, they started doing something we've been telling them to do forever, which is run the damn ball. And they ran the ball, and look what happened. Yeah, it was a low-scoring game, but look what happened. But Pat Mahomes continues to just be careless with the ball. And he has to be careful, because there's going to come a time when they need him to make the play to win the game. He's looking like he about to throw the game away. This is the stuff I talk about, bad habits. When you allow somebody to do bad habits for a long time, when they get older, it's kind of hard to get them out of it. You know? Now, people are going to look at me, be like, man, you just over there you don't know what you're talking about. He's still successful. He's successful because the league is pushing him and his team has been able to step up and help him make some plays. But overall, man, Pat has really been playing bad. And I don't know what it is. I don't know if, Miss Piggy ain't doing her job at the crib. Plus his brother's going through that ordeal, which nobody's talking about. For some reason, they've smothered that case. This dude forcing himself on women. It's like, come on. But that was Lamar Jackson's brother. You already know what would have went down or gone down. You already know. My issue is that they have to learn how to keep guys on the team who have been there for a while and let them be the motivation. That's what's killing Dallas right now. Dallas don't have no veterans. They don't have no veteran leadership. There's nobody that's a leader on that team. Stephon Gilmore is a solid player, but he's older now. Micah Parsons is always on this podcast making excuses and crying like a bitch. Donovan Wilson came out and said, I had no problem with it. See, that's a leader. We got to keep him out the end zone. If we kept him out the end zone, he couldn't have talked or did what he did. And that's what a leader is. But is people going to listen to Donovan Wilson? I don't know how much he gets in the locker room, but to me, that team is hurting with no leaders. Offensively, they don't have a leader. Dak's not a leader. Dak is like mentally out of it. And he looks like it because Dak is looking at it like, man, look, we're going to do the same thing we always do every year and we're going to fold. They don't have a number one receiver. Him and CeeDee Lamb don't have any wavelength at all. Brandon Cooks is non-existent. I know because he's in my fantasy. And he ain't done shit for me. So I don't even know what the deal is. But they have no leadership. The 49ers, they have leadership. They have leadership on defense. They have leadership on offense. They got guys who are vocal and they stand by them. The Detroit Lions have leadership. Jared Goff's a leader. Defensively, they got guys over there that's leaders. So that's what I'm saying, that you see the successful teams. My Buccaneers, we got leaders on our team. The Jaguars, they got leaders. The teams that are being successful this year have leaders. The Ravens have leaders. Lamar is a leader. He just had a bad game. He'll bounce back. They play Thursday night. They play Sunday morning in London. The Ravens are still good. They still got some weeks, but their receiving core really ain't looking all that. So, to me, Darius Slay Jr. is correct. You got to have leadership. You got to have a player to look up to. You got to have a mentor. And I think that's what messed Mac Jones up. They threw Mac Jones in there way too soon. He doesn't know how to play the game. See, he doesn't know how to deal with adversity because he was at Alabama. What adversity did he go through? I mean, you had Saban, you had that loaded offense and that defense. And plus, Belichick didn't draft anybody who went to school with him. That's what I don't understand. When they draft these players, I would look for a receiver that went to school with them, whether they're a top receiver or one that sat the bench. Because they'll know what needs to be done. They'll know how to run the routes. They'll know how to talk and tell people how to run the routes or do the plays. Everybody was talking about, well, Bill O'Brien's going to come be the savior. What has he done? What has Bill O'Brien done? Nada. Not a goddamn thing. He hasn't. And it's a shame. You sit there expecting him to actually make the offense better. It's like, hell no, he's trash. Now, the Miami Dolphins, they're doing well. They'll do well in the regular season. They should get a top 2, top 3 seed if they continue this course. Hell, they may have the number 1. But I just don't have them over the Chiefs. I think they're going to try to give the Chiefs home field advantage throughout. You got Deshaun Watson, who's still trying to get himself acclimated. He has a hurt shoulder, and everybody's upset, wondering why he's not playing and everything. They want him to get hurt, so once he gets hurt, they can justify like he shouldn't have got the contract. That's what the media's trying. They want him to get hurt so bad, so they could be like, see, told you, should have never gave him that money. But Justin Herbert and Burrow get all their money, but they've been playing like shit this year. So that's all I got, man. But that's what's wrong with the league. Not enough mentorship. So thank you guys for listening. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe, share this. Hit that notification bell to select all to receive upcoming notifications. And if you guys love what you hear, you can donate to the page by going to the description box, hitting that link to my Cashapp to donate whatever your heart's desire. You guys can also find me on Zelle by typing that number you see in the description box into Zelle. You guys can also super chat when we go live or premiere video. And you can also leave a super thanks or a donation in the Cashapp. Thank you guys for your love and blessings and listening. We are out. Deezy.